It should be fine now, inshallah ta'ala. Alhamdulillah. So let's start again, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi man wala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, mashallah, welcome to Mizan Sunday online. Alhamdulillah. You didn't have to, it's not raining anymore, but you have class in the convenience of your home. Alhamdulillah. So let's begin again with the dua together. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. I pray that you and your family are well and safe and using your time well at home, inshaAllah ta'ala. This is a blessed opportunity, alhamdulillah, and we should make the most of our time, inshaAllah ta'ala. And part of making the most of your time is, of course, doing your homework. So I'm sure no one could say that they didn't have time to do their homework. So I should actually ask you all to post a picture of your homework. What do you think? Alhamdulillah. Okay, Bismillah. Where are we going to start? We're going to start with, just quickly, because today we do new work, so we're quickly going to summarize our base camp. Our base camp is where we have reached within the last, let's say, 3 months, where we have reached, alhamdulillah. And basically we've studied an ism. We've studied an ism, a noun, or person, place, thing, idea, adjective, adverb, or more. An ism, a noun, from 4 perspectives. From 4 perspectives. And that is, we've looked at the gender of an ism. So we're able to determine to some extent whether an ism is mudhakkar or mu'annath. Mudhakkar meaning male and mu'annath meaning female. So that's the one thing we're able to look at one ism, like madrasa, madrasatun, and say madrasatun is feminine because there's a ta marbuta, and qalamun, pen, is masculine because there's no sign of a feminine ending, and so on. Then we looked at the hal of an ism, and we know that there's 3 hals, raf'un, nasbun, and jarrun, and each of those have different encasings. They could either be an, in, or ani, aini, aini, or una, ina, ina, or atun, atin, atin. And then we looked at number, and we learnt that there are 3 types of number. In other words, you can have a single ism, like muslimun, which means one Muslim, or you can have dual, like muslimani and muslimaini, or you can have, excuse me, you could have plural, like muslimuna or muslimina, or muslimatun or muslimatin. And finally, we looked at definiteness, whether something is definite, alif lam at the beginning and no tanween, al madrasatu, or nakira, indefinite, madrasatun. So those are the 4 perspectives that we looked at. You had some homework on that, but let's just leave it homework for now. Inshallah, let's move immediately to our new lesson. So after base camp, we now enter sentences. Could I ask you, mashallah, there's 93 of you watching, so most of the comments are probably going to be, there's more watching also on Facebook as well, but let's just, most of the interaction normally is on YouTube. I'm going to ask you to tell me what a sentence is. So if you want to follow the group comments, you're going to go to YouTube and look at the YouTube chat, and then you will see all the comments there. So what is a sentence? You can give me a definition of a sentence. Okay, so for those of you on Facebook, it's probably better on YouTube because then it's more interactive. So if you want to follow the group comments, let me just play sound off. Okay, but you can stay on Facebook if you prefer. It's just there's most people on YouTube. A structured collection of words. Brother Junaid Jamie. A collection of words. So if I say man, dog, cat, is that a sentence? That's a collection of words. A complete collection of words. A group of words followed by nothing that has meaning. Okay, so mashallah, we have different definitions for a sentence. Let me ask a different question. If I say the tall man, is that a sentence? So Sister Tawheeda, why is it not a sentence? The rest of you can also come participate, inshallah. It's an interactive class. Okay, so basically, let me just give you a way to know whether you have a sentence or not. A way whether you know whether you have a sentence or not is whether you can be silent after saying it. In other words, you have now conveyed a complete meaning and you can be silent afterwards. So if someone came to you and said, Assalamu alaikum, the tall man, does that make sense? If I just say, Assalamu alaikum, the tall man, you're going to ask what? So basically, that wouldn't be a sentence. But if someone came to you and said, Assalamu alaikum, the man is tall, would that be a sentence? Yes, mashallah. So that would be a sentence. So a sentence basically is a group of words that convey a complete meaning. And you can be silent after it. There are more technical definitions, but let's leave it for now. So then, in Arabic, it's actually very simple. In Arabic, it's very simple. When you look at sentences in Arabic, you only have two types of sentences. So in the whole Arabic language, you only have two types of sentences. Number one is going to be a noun-based sentence, and number two is going to be a verb-based sentence. So if you look at the whole Quran, Hadith, every single statement in Arabic is either going to be a noun-based sentence or a verb-based sentence. What was noun in Arabic again? Noun was what? Noun was the short name for what? It was a short name for an ism. And a verb, what was it for? It was for, a verb is a fi'l. Okay, so let's go through quickly. A sentence in Arabic is called a jumla. Say it so you get it, inshallah. Al-jumla means the sentence, or jumla means a sentence. So a jumla is a sentence. And then if I have a jumlatul ismiya, al-jumlatul ismiya, you can say jumla means a sentence, and ismiya means a noun-based sentence. A jumla means a sentence, and an ismiya means a noun-based sentence. And then we have a verb-based sentence, which in Arabic is al-jumla, which means a sentence, al-fi'liya. Al-jumlatul fi'liya. So you can say those two names quickly with me. Al-jumlatul ismiya and al-jumlatul fi'liya. Let's start again. Al-jumlatul ismiya, al-jumlatul fi'liya. One more time. Please say it with me at home, because we're getting used to the terms, we're getting familiar with new terms. So let's say it together again. Al-jumlatul ismiya and al-jumlatul fi'liya. Okay. So those are all the sentences in Arabic. Every sentence, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, All the whole Fatiha, Surah Baqarah, all the Quran, just what you get? You just get inside there Al-Jumlatul Ismiya and Al-Jumlatul Fi'liya. That's the whole of the Arabic language. I always find it like amazing. Sometimes there's like such simplicity in the structure, but yet so much depth and variety and flexibility in the actual language. So Bismillah, today we are going to do Al-Jumlatul Fi'liya. We're going to do Al-Jumlatul Fi'liya. So, if you can look at that picture, and you see a man on top there, and you see a man at the bottom there, and we're going to say that I saw the scene, and what happened? The man on top helped, let's call it one at the bottom, the student. So there's three things here. There's the man on top, and he did a verb, an action, helped to someone, the student. I would like you quickly just to, we can on the chat inshallah, you can name the three parts of the sentence. Name those parts for me. What do we call those three parts? If someone could just also just post the link of the YouTube video, I'll do that inshallah. Oopsie, I got lost there. So name those three parts for me. What is the man, what is the helped, and what is the student? Okay. We'll go through it. So, mashallah, there's three parts there. So, the first of all, there is an action. There is a verb. There is an action taking place. And the action that took place here is helped. That's the first thing. So, helped is going to be the verb. Therefore, it's going to be a verb-based sentence. Number two, there is someone doing or something, or there's some being that is doing the verb. So I have one or two options here. Either the student did the verb or the man did the verb. But in this case here, the man is the one who is the doer of the action. The man is the, what we call in English, the subject of that verb. He is the doer of the action. And then the third part is that the student is the one that the action was done to. So I asked, who was the action done to? It was done to the student. So the student is the done upon, the one that the verb was done to, or we can also call it the object. We can call it the object. Okay, so I want you to bear in mind that those three parts, and I want you to open your workbooks to worksheet 2.1. Worksheet 2.1. For those of you that don't have workbooks, you can just go to, I'll go with you, inshallah. You go to mizan.co.za, and then you can go to Student Center on top here, Student Center, and you can go to Lesson Files, and then it will say can't receive list. I wonder why it can't receive the list. Let me just try to. Okay, maybe it'll come back a bit later. Inshallah, I wonder why it's working. I wonder if we can open it to your side. It's been doing that for days. Okay, maybe it's also on lockdown, but I'll double check it inshallah. Okay, anyway, let me double check it again inshallah. But let me just go back here. Anyway, if you have your books, let me first start your exercise. So those of you who have books can get started. If you have your books, inshallah, I'll open worksheet 2.1, and then it was actually a homework. So I'm not sure how many of you did your homework, but I'll give you like 2 or 3 minutes just to look through a few examples now. In each sentence, I want you to identify 3 things. 3 things. If you see a verb, you will double underline it. You will make 2 lines beneath it. You see a verb, you will double underline it. If you see the doer, the subject, the one that does the action, circle it. And if you see the object, you single underline it. So take a minute, inshallah, and you can just take a minute, and then you can just do that, inshallah. I'll try and sort out this Dropbox thing quickly, inshallah. So exercise 2.1, inshallah. Okay, I'm just going to okay, I'm just going to leave an image of this along so you can just start and work on exercise 2.1 so long. Okay, so I think it should be working now. So let me just go back there again quickly. So basically, if you want to go to Student Center and you click on Lesson Files on the website, for those of you who don't have the workbooks, and then you go to number 6 Arabic Online, and then you'll find there's the Mizan Nahwu textbook, and then there's the Mizan Nahwu exercise book. So the exercise we're referring to in this lesson is under Mizan Nahwu exercise book, and all the documents for today's Sunday lesson will be under week 2. You'll find all the subjects there, and you'll find all the material there as well for all the 6 periods, inshallah. So you'll find it all on the website. Okay, so let's go back. Bismillah. So if I'm going to do this, let's go quickly. I'll do it with you. Okay, so the second one. Fatima helped Aisha yesterday. Fatima helped Aisha yesterday. So the easy one first is going to be the verb. So what is the verb first of all? The verb is helped. So it's going to be double underline. You can double underline the verb, which is helped. And then who is the person that did the action? So it's either Fatima did the action or it is Aisha who did the action. So the person doing the action here is Fatima. And who was the action done to? The action was done to Aisha. So single underline that. You with me? What about yesterday? Yesterday is just extra information. We're going to just call that extra information. That is when the action happened. We're not going to worry about that for now. Number 2. The student helped the girl. So again, the student helped the girl. The verb is what? The verb is helped. So I double underline that. Who did the action? The student did the action. And who was the action done to? It was done to the girl. All with me? Good. Inshallah, you can start posting your answers there. Post number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. While you're posting, I'll do it as well. The boy ate the apple. The verb there is ate. So I'll double underline ate. Who did the action? The action is done by the boy. And who was the action done to? Who was the eating done to? It was done to the apple. Sorry for my lines. Not so straight. Okay, next one. The 2 students helped the teachers with the projector. So now we have a longer sentence. So again, we just look at, first of all, where's the verb? The verb is helped. Who did the action? The action here was done by the 2 students. And who was action done to? It was done to the teachers. With the projector, just extra information. Next one. I did not do my homework due to laziness. Not you, of course. That's just the example. I did not do my homework due to laziness. So where is the verb here? Where is the verb there? So the verb can be the do there. I mean, this whole part here we can say is the verb. Did not do here is the verb. Obviously the not is just a negation of the verb, but let's put that as part of the verb. And then the who did not do, the I did not do. And what did I not do? I did not do my homework. All good? Due to laziness is just extra information giving you the reason why. Okay. Next one. She knows the scales very well. MashaAllah. What's the verb? Knows. And who did the action? She. And what does she know? She knows the scales very well. It's just extra information. So you can see there's a certain pattern developing in the English language. What is the pattern? The pattern is generally in the English language you have the doer of the action first, the subject, the person who does the action first. Then you have the action, the verb, the action word, the verb, and then you have who was the action done to. Who was the action done to. Next one. I love homework. We'll say it together. I love homework. One more time. I love homework. It's time to program you, inshallah. So what is the verb? The verb is love. The verb is love. Who loves? I is the doer. And what do I love? I love homework. Okay. Next one, my friends ate lunch this afternoon. Ate is the verb. My friends are the doer, and lunch. This one is always a bit tricky. The path of the believer calls to paradise. The path of the believer calls to paradise. So let's start with the verb first. What's the verb here? The verb is calls. So who is doing the action? It's not the believers, because the believers are not calling to action. It is the whole thing here, which is the path of the believer. The path of the believer. And to paradise, let's for now just say it's the object, not exactly, but it's okay for now. Okay. Next one, Sakina wrote, and so on, and on the board. And I need the help of my friend due to my absence. Underline need. What do I need? I need the help. The help of my friend is fine as well. Due to absence of extra information. Okay, so I want you to get a feel for the three parts in English first, and then we'll move to Arabic next. We'll move to Arabic next. So in Arabic, I want you to look at these sentences here. These are on the next page. Let me just make sure that I can just get through quickly. Where are we now? So in your workbooks, exercise 2.2. Exercise 2.2 on page 21. Exercise 2.2, if you can just turn to that, inshallah. Exercise 2.2 on page 21. So normally I'll actually just put you into groups now, but because you're social distancing, we can't have group work now. So we can just do it together, inshallah. So what are we looking for? We're trying to okay, actually, let me take a step back here first. Okay, leave 2.2. Let's just focus on the screen first. Let's focus on the screen first. That's going to be more complicated. Bismillah. So we're on the screen. We're back with me on the PowerPoint. Don't worry about your books for a second. Okay, we're all back. So on the screen we have three words. We have the word nasara, then we have the word al-muslimu, and we have the word at-taliba. We have three words. You learned that nasara means what? What did you learn that nasara means? What does nasara mean? Helped, or he helped. Good. Okay. It comes as part of your scale. Nasara, nasaru, nasarat, nasarna, nasarta, nasartum, nasarti, nasartunna, nasartu, nasarna. Nasara is the first one on the scale. So you learnt in Sarf that nasara means he one male helped. He one male helped. We're going to slightly modify that now, and you'll see why a bit later on. But nasara now, we're going to say it only means helped. Not he one male helped, just helped. Okay, why? Don't worry about it. But nasara now just means helped. Al-Muslim just means what? The Muslim. And at-taliba means what? What's a talib? A talib is all of you are a talib, talibun, talibin, or the broken plural is tulab. It means the student. So, can you see the three parts? Nasara is the verb. Then I just have to work out who is doing the action and who was the action done to. Who is doing the action and who was the action done to. So in this sentence here, I will translate this as the Muslim helped the student. The Muslim helped the student. So now I'm going to name those three parts. Nasara we know is the verb. Al-Muslimu is the one doing the action. Al-Muslim is the one who is doing the action. It is the doer of the verb. It is the subject. Don't get lost now. Just remember, when you have that verb, you have someone who is doing the verb and someone who the verb is being done to. You have someone or something doing the verb, and you have someone or something which the verb is being done to. So Nasara is the verb, it means helped. I need to figure out who helped, who did the helping, and who was helped. So in this sentence, Al-Muslimu is the doer. It is the doer. The one who did the action, it is the subject. Okay, you with me? And Al-Taliba is the done upon, is the one who the action was done to, or the object. You with me? Subject and the object, the doer and the done upon. Now, in Arabic, the doer is called the fa'il. All say together, fa'il. Again, fa'il. Fa'il means what? The doer. The doer is what? The fa'il. So if I have a sentence and I say, I ate the apple, and I ask you, who is the fa'il? The fa'il is I, because I did the action. If I say, Aisha loves homework, who is the fa'il? The fa'il is Aisha. Aisha. Next one. The one that the action is done to is called what? Maf'ulun bihi. All say it together. It is called maf'ulun bihi. One more time. Maf'ulun bihi. Maf'ulun bihi is that which the action is done to. So if I say, I ate the apple, where is the maf'ulun bihi? The maf'ulun bihi is the apple. If I say, Aisha loves homework, where is the maf'ulun bihi? What does she love? She loves homework. Okay. Now here's the really important part. The really important part is that the doer in Arabic is always in raf'un. So hopefully you know what raf'un means. Raf'un means what? Something ending with a u or a un or a ani or una or atun. That first column. So hopefully you remember what raf'un is. The doer will always be in raf'un. All good. And then the done upon, the object, will always be in nasbun. And just cast your mind back. What is nasbun again? Muslim becomes what? Musliman. Or if it's dual, Muslimaini. Or if it's plural, Muslimina. Or if it's female plural, Muslimatin. It will always be in nasbun. So, that means that I could actually say this sentence in a different way. I could say, listen carefully, I could say, Nasara al-taliba al-muslimu. Listen to the ending quickly. I could say the sentence differently. I could say Nasara al-taliba al-muslimu. You with me? So if Nasara means the verb, al-talibah, bah, if it's it's nasb, that means the talib is the one the action was done to, and al-muslimu, raf'un, the Muslim is who did the action. Why did I mention that now? It's because in Arabic we don't worry about the sequence of the words. I don't need the sequence to know who did the action. Why? How do I know who did the action? Quickly tell me, how do I know who did the action? In English, I have to look at the sequence. In Arabic, how do I know who did the action? Someone must answer. So look at the hal, it must be raf'un. You with me? So listen to this. I can say the same sentence. I'm going to say in different ways for you. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I can say Nasara al-Muslimu al-Talibah as it is. I can say Nasara al-Talibah al-Muslimu. Swap the two around. I can say al-Talibah Nasara al-Muslimu. I can say al-Muslimu Nasara al-Talibah. So I can basically mix it and change it around and move it around because I don't worry about the sequence, I only worry about the hal, the encasing. All good so far? I only worried about the encasing. In other words, the one with the, yes, the verb can go in the middle even. I can say al-Muslimu Nasara al-Talibah. I can say al-Talibah Nasara al-Muslimu. I can mix it around. Okay. Because I'm looking at the hal. That's the beauty of Arabic, is that you're not stuck to the same sequence all the time. You can mix it up, you can change it around. Let's look at some examples here. Nasara ar-rajulu at-talibah. Nasara. What does Nasara mean again? So all these words, you're not going to say he, one male, he helped, he hit, he opened. We're just going to say helped. Nasara means helped. Translate the first one for me. Bismillah. Nasara ar-rajulu at-talibah. We can see who can type the fastest. We can first think the fastest, and after that type the fastest. And who has the best maybe connection speed. So if you're on fiber, then you actually got the advantage. Sister Tawheeda, mashallah. The man helped the student. And Sister Tahira came a close second, followed by Sister Wasima. Where's the brothers? Sister Fadila, Sister Noor, Sister Aisha, Zurina, Fadila, Shanaz, Firdaus, Tashriq, mashallah. And Tashriq represents the males, mashallah. Brother Khalil, mashallah. Ahlan wa sahlan. I think the males are waking up now. They're just warming up, that's why. They're just warming up. Okay. Are we ready? You can't answer before the time, eh? Next one. The next one is daraba. Daraba means what? Daraba means hit. Daraba at-talibah al-waladu. Translate for me. Sister Yumna, I think you were typing before the time, eh? That was very fast. MashaAllah, I'm joking. MashaAllah. Okay. Brothers, come on, brothers. Brother Junaid, you have to step up your game, inshallah. Okay. So the good thing is, mashallah, you're all giving the same answers. So daraba means hit. Now can you see there's two words, there's at-talibah and there's al-waladu. At-talibah, the student, al-waladu, the boy. Of the two, how do I know who did the action? I know because the one in raf'un is the doer. And the one in nasbun is the one who the action was done to. So number two, the answer is the boy, al-walad, the boy, hit the student. Number three, Nasara al-Muslimuna al-walada. Translation. Nasara al-Muslimuna al-walada. The first right answer, mashallah, is Sister Shireen. And Brother Junaid, mashallah, Tahira second. And Junaid comes third this time, moving up the ranks. MashaAllah. Okay. So Nasara. Nasara means what? Nasara means helped. Helped. You with me? Nasara means helped. Actually, I can write here just to help you focus, inshallah. So Nasara means helped. So Nasara means helped. I have two endings here. I have al-muslimuna and I have al-walada. And therefore I know the muslimuna, the una. This means that the word is in raf'un. Why? Because it is what type of word? It is a sound male plural. And when a sound male plural is in raf'un, it is una, al-muslimuna. When it's in nasbun, it's al-muslimina. And when it's in jar'un, it's al-muslimina. And I can see al-walada as a, therefore it is nasbun. So therefore, where is the fa'il? Fa'il means what? Who did the action? The fa'il is al-muslimuna, and the maf'ulun bihi is al-walada. So nasara al-muslimuna al-walada means the Muslims helped the boy. Quick question, bonus question. How do I say the boy helped the Muslims? Bismillah. The boy helped the Muslims. Keep the words as is, but just change the endings. I see the response time is slower now, eh? How do I say that? Nasara. Masha Tahira, mashallah. Nasara al-muslimina al-waladu. Nasara al-muslimina al-waladu. Okay, perfect. Good, mashallah. Number 4. Fataha al-imamu al-baba. Fataha al-imamu al-baba. Fataha means what? Opened. Al-imam means the imam. And al-bab means the door. Bismillah, translate. The imam opened the door. Perfect. The imam opened the door. The imam is the fa'il, the doer, and the bab is the maf'ulun bih. Next one. Nasara al-muslimuna al-talibina. Translation. Nasara al-muslimuna al-talibina. Nasara means helped. Who helped? The one in raf'un helped. And who was helped? The one in nasbun. Translation. The Muslims, plural good, helped the students. The Muslims, plural, helped the students. Last one. Nasara al-talibina al-muslimuna. Translation. Same answer. The Muslims helped the students. Same answer because Muslims are still raf'un and students are still nasbun. All good so far? I hope you're all good, inshallah ta'ala. Now, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. And a slightly new concept to complete what we did so far. On the screen, sorry, I'm blocking the first one, but the first one is Nasara. The first one is Nasara. On the first one, Nasara al-Muslimu al-walada. What's the translation? Nasara al-Muslimu al-walada. What's the translation? Nasara means helped, and al-Muslim means the Muslim. Al-walad means the student. So the translation is what? The translation is the Muslim helped the student. Sorry, not the student, the boy. The al-walad means the boy. The Muslim helped the boy. Number 2 is different. Number 2 says Nasaru al-walada. Nasaru al-walada. So if you go back to Sarf, Nasara, Nasaru. What does Nasaru mean? Nasara, Nasaru. What does Nasaru mean? Nasaru means they helped. Nasaru means they, 3 plus males or mixed group. They helped the boy. They helped the boy. Now go to number 3. Nasara al-walada. Nasara al-walada. Now the problem with the difficulty with number 3 is what? The difficulty with number 3, if I see the word Nasara, I have to look and see who did the action. Who did the action? So I'm going to look for a word in Raf'un. Then I see there's, in number 3 there's no word in Raf'un. There's only al-walada. There's no word in Raf'un, there's only al-walada. So we know the student was the one helped, but who did the action? And because I can't see any word there that says that is the doer, I'm going to go back to my meaning that I learned initially, and I'm going to say that the translation is what? He helped the boy. You with me? You with me? So if I have Nasara, and I can't see anything next to it that says that is the doer, then I say Nasara means he helped. But if I see a word in Raf'un next to it, then I say Nasara means helped. Okay, it'll come clear now, inshallah. Last one. Nasartu al-walada. Nasartu. Nasara. Nasaru. Nasarat. Nasarna. Nasarta. Nasartum. Nasarti. Nasartunna. Nasartu. Nasartu. Means what? I see a she, I see a you, I see a I. It's ikhtilaf here. I see a he. I think it must add a we also maybe. Let's go back. Nasara. I'm going to give Nasartu. Nasara. Nasaru. Nasarat. Nasarna. Nasarta. Nasartum. Nasarti. Nasartunna. Nasartu. Nasarna. Comes at the end of the scale. Nasartu means I helped. Okay, Nasartu means I helped. She helped is Nasarat. He helped is Nasara. We helped is Nasarna. But Nasartu is I helped. I helped. Nasartu, I helped the boy. All good. Stay with me quickly. Stay with me. Stay with me. We're almost at the end of Nahwu. So, in the first one, for the first one, where is the doer? For the first one, Nasara al-Muslimu al-walada, where is the doer? Where does it show you where the doer is? The Muslim. Good. I'll circle it there. Next one. So it's on the left there, the Muslim. Number 2. Nasaru al-walada. Where do I know that this means they? I don't know it's they. Because we said it's they helped the boy. I looked at this thing at the end there. Ooh, the ooh part there at the end. The ooh part at the end tells me it is they. If there had to be nasarat, it would be a she. If there had to be nasarta, it would be a you. If there had been nasarti, it would have been a you female. If there had to be a tu at the end, it would have been an I. If there had to be a na at the end, it would have been a we. So that ooh part at the end there, at the end of the verb, tells me it's a they. Now, if I look at the number 3, nasara al-walada. We said it's he. Where's the he? Where's the he? You're saying it's inside there. So do I have to zoom in there? I can't see it. Okay. So when it comes to number 3, inside, you write yes. Inside the hidden away. Inside, hidden or implied within nasara, there is a huwa. And huwa in Arabic means he. So because there's nothing on the left hand side that I can see that is raf'un. There's nothing at the end of the verb to indicate it's a he. Because of that, we say there's a he, a huwa, inside of the verb that's implied inside. And the last one, nasartu al-walada, is what? Where is the verb? At the end. Nasartu, the verb is at the end. At the end, same as nasaru. Because at the end, that tu tells me it is I. The tu tells me it is I. Okay. So let's say the same sentences again. Now we're going to look at it and say that Nasr al-Muslim wal-walada, it was at the left. And there it was at the end, and there it was inside, and there it was also at the end. Okay. So let me go back quickly. Last slide, I think it's last slide now. I want you to remember Eli. You with me? Eli. Or if you prefer, you can say Eli, but Eli just sounds cooler. Don't you think Eli sounds cooler? Eli. What does Eli stand for? Eli stands for E for end, L for left, and I for in Eli. End, left, in. What does Eli mean? If I want to find the doer of a verb, if I want to find the doer, the fa'il, I will look in where? Eli, in that sequence. So I come to the first sentence, Nasara al-Muslimu al-walada. I look at the end of the word Nasara. And end means like here, attached to the end of Nasara. Can you see, I see nothing there at the end. I just see Nasara. I don't see Nasartu, or Nasarna, or Nasaru, or Nasarta, or Nasarti, or any of those things. I see nothing at the end there. If I can't find at the end, I look left. I look left. And then if I find on the left, I'm looking for something in Raf'un, there I found it there. There I found it there. So therefore, sorry. Therefore, on this one, where is the doer? The doer is on the left hand side. Once I found the doer, I stop. I don't carry on looking for it because I found it. Number two. Nasaru al-walada, I'm going to apply Eli. Eli. What does Eli stand for? Eli stands for end left in. End left in. Nasaru al-walada. Nasaru al-walada. I look at the end first. So in other words, I look here at the end. I look for something attached to the verb. And there I found a wow, I live there. There's something attached to the verb which tells me it is a they helped the boy. So therefore I found at the end, I don't keep looking for it. With me. Number 3. Nasara al-waladu. I apply Eli again. Eli means at the end. Can you see at the end here, I see 0, I see nothing. I look to the left there, I see nothing. Nothing in Raf'un. So it's not at the end, it's not in left. So therefore it must be inside. Okay. Like that very old Cremora advert. It's not inside, it's on top. Here, it's not to the left, it's inside. Okay. And the last one here, same thing. I'm going to apply Eli, end, left, in. I look at the end. I see it there. Therefore it's fine. And therefore I have found it. All good. Let's, I'm not going to do present tense verb sentences now. We can do next week, inshallah. So, are you good so far? Are you good? I'm going to go back and summarize quickly. I just want to summarize what we learned. We learned this. We learned today. We are doing what? Sentences. What is a sentence in Arabic? A sentence in Arabic is a jumla. And we said how many types of sentences are there? There are 2 types. What are the 2 types? Al-jumlatul ismiyya and al-jumlatul fi'liyya. We are doing al-jumlatul fi'liyya now. Jumlatul fi'liyya, a verb-based sentence. So now, when I have a verb-based sentence, I have a verb and I look for 2 other parts. I look for who is doing the action and I look for who the action is done to. Who the action is done to. What do I call the doer of the action? What do I call the doer of the action? The doer of the action is called what? It's called the fa'il, the doer. The fa'il. What I call the object, the one that the action is done to, it's called what? The maf'ulun bihi. Maf'ulun bihi. And the most important thing is that the doer will always be in raf'un. The doer will always be in raf'un, and the one that the action is done to will always be in nasbun. All with me so far? If you know that so far, then you're fine. So this is new work. We have a sentence, the doer will be in raf'un, and the done one will be in nasbun. Then, if I go through the examples here, then if I want to find the doer, I will apply Eli, end left in, end left in. So if I look at the end of the verb and I can't see the doer there, then I must look left. If I find there's something in raf'un, I will find on the left. So all I'm doing is I'm finding the doer. Next thing, Nasaru al-walada. I look at the end, I see it there, it's the oo, and therefore it's the fa'il. Just a fine point about that, even though I can't see it there. You can't see that the oo there is in raf'un, we still say it's in raf'un. Sometimes you can't see the hal, you just like imply the hal. So the oo there that you can't really see what the hal is, you say it is raf'un. Then if it had to be inside, it's not on the end, not on the left, it's inside, that huwa inside there, Even though I can't see the hal, I say that huwa inside there, it's also raf'un. Even though it's invisible. That one in that huwa that he implied there is also raf'un. And the same thing with nasartu or nasarta or nasarti. Doesn't matter if it's tu, ta or ti. It's still going to be the fa'il, and I'm still going to say it's also raf'un. Even though I can't see it's raf'un. It's just implied to be raf'un. Okay. If you have any questions, you can post your questions. I will give you homework in the meantime. So your homework. Okay, so Doer asked a good question. Must the number of the doer match the verb of the scale? Okay. So, if you look at number 5 there, for example. Number 5 there. Look at number 5. So in number 5, the doer is al-muslimuna. The doer is what? Al-muslimun. Nasara al-muslimuna al-talibina. So you will notice that whenever the doer is mentioned, it's visible, it's a raf'un thing. Whenever the doer is visible, it's raf'un. The verb I use is always that singular verb. The verb I use is a singular verb. I don't say, for example, nasaru. I don't say that. Why don't I say that? I don't say that because if it had to be nasaru, then I'm going to have a doer at the end and the doer at the left, and it's going to clash. Because in Arabic you can only have one doer. So to answer your question, that if you mention the doer, whether it's al-muslimu or al-muslimani or al-muslimuna or al-muslimatu, when the doer is mentioned, you always use the singular verb. The singular verb. If the doer is not mentioned, then you use the verb that you want to use, nasaru or nasartu, or whatever the case is. Okay, because remember, I can't have two doers. I must have one doer in the sentence, and that one doer must either be on the end, or the left, or inside. It can't be in two places. It must be either one of those. Okay. Homework. Homework is 2.1 was your homework, so hopefully you finished that. We'll send your answer sheet inshallah. Your homework is 2.2. Homework 2.2. 1 to 11. And then also, it's lockdown now, so you have lots of time to do homework. Hey, in between cooking the whole day and looking after the kids and homeschooling and working online. I pray you're all surviving, inshallah. I think there's one meme, all these memes going around. So one meme says that you always wish that the weekend wouldn't end. And now it says, well, now you have it. So let's see your homework. Your homework is 2.2 and your homework is 2.3. 2.3. Very simple, 2.3. All you must do is translate it. Translate 2.3 and above above the fa'il you put the R for raf'un and you write fa'il, and above the maf'ulun bihi you put the N for nasbun and you write maf'ulun bihi as this example says. And for good measure, inshallah, why do I so much? Oh, no, you know, there's so much homework here. It's because normally we do some of this in class. So anyway, 2.2 is very quick. It will take you very few minutes. 2.3 you can do as quick as well. and then I want you to try 2.4 and 2.5. Okay, it's not long, because 2.5 is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. So it's very simple. Okay, so 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, and 2.5. The most confusing one perhaps is 2.4. Let me explain to you. What you do in 2.4, only like one word, just one word. These are not long exercises, they are very quick, and they're just good practice for you, inshallah. So in 2.4, what you do is you write out the right version of the word Muslim, for example. Yeah. If I say the Muslim heard, there's actually a mistake there. That's a mistake in your textbook. Oh my goodness. But anyway, number A is a mistake. Shouldn't be al-Muslimuna, because it doesn't say the Muslims heard. It should be al-Muslimu. It should be what? Not al-Muslimuna. It should be al-Muslimu. So number A is a mistake there. It should be al-Muslimu. The Muslim heard. Number B. I saw a Muslim. I saw a Muslim. Now if I say I saw a Muslim, I must think, what hal will a Muslim be in? Is it the doer or is it done upon? If I say I saw a Muslim, is it the doer or done upon? It's the done upon, because I am the doer. So a Muslim. Then I must also think what hal is going to be in Raf Nasb Jar. It's going to be in Nasbun. Then I must think, is it single, dual, or plural? It is singular. So therefore, this number B is going to be Musliman. I'm right here. Musliman. You with me? Musliman. Why? Because that's the former text here. If I say the number C, excuse me, the two Muslims helped the girls. The two Muslims is the doer, helped the girl. Therefore, the two Muslims must be in Rafun. So therefore, it's going to be Al-Muslimani. So you mustn't write the whole sentence. You must just write the correct version of the word. Okay. So Tawheed is asking a question here. What if the doer is a female word? Must the verb be fa'ala or fa'alat? Good question. So I'll do it next week. But just to mention that if the doer is a female, for example, Atta al-Muslimatu. If I want to say the female Muslim helped, I won't say Nasara al-Muslimatu. I will say Nasarat al-Muslimatu. But we'll cover that next week, inshallah. We'll cover that next week. Just not, yeah, but basically you use the female verb for a female doer. Okay, so that's it for Nahwu. We went actually overtime on Nahwu. So I'm going to give you just a 2-minute break. 2 minutes, inshallah. You can stretch your legs and maybe take a few deep breaths and maybe have coffee there or something.